Well, these days there are plenty of scammers trying to get information or money from you. It can be hard to navigate what's real and what's not. Tonight we are joined by Lachelle Yates with the Better Business Bureau. She's helping explain what local concerns are real and what things you should look out for. And of course, she's also taking your questions. You can text them to her at 336-379-5775. So we'll start with this question. BBB is getting calls about a class action lawsuit settlement involving Oracle America Inc. People want to know, are the emails a scam?
And free money, is it real? And in this case, I get to say yes. In July, Oracle Inc. agreed to pay $115 million to settle a class action lawsuit alleging improper collection and sale of personal data. Now, one note, they did not admit wrongdoing. As many as 220 million people in the U.S. could have been affected, and some people that class action attorneys could identify are now starting to receive emails. Now, to verify the email you received is legitimate, look for the website catsprivacysettlement.com. Because scammers could try to create fake emails, make sure it takes you to that website by verifying the URL after you type it in. Now, again, it should say catsprivacysettlement.com. Then you can fill out the form. Now, the real website does not want any personal information like date of birth or social security number, or ask you for payment in order to be part of the settlement.
Okay, now class action settlements do happen pretty frequently, and people do receive letters and emails, and social media posts pop up. What are some general ways we can tell if a notice is a scam?
So there are a few clues. One, is the scam notice vague? Attorneys write these class action settlement notices, so they're going to be dense. So if the one that you receive is vague and just talks about a settlement and a lawsuit, that's a red flag. Also, are there any search results? If there are no search results, if you can't find a website, or if you do find a website and there are no attorneys listed, that's a red flag. Also, if there's a huge payout mentioned, that's a red flag. The class action lawsuit settlements, those are going to be big numbers, but you don't know how much you're going to receive in a class action settlement until the number of people who actually file is determined. So if the email or the letter lists a big payout, that's a red flag. Time pressure is another red flag. There is always going to be a deadline by the time that you need to file, but if it says need to file now, that's a red flag. And last, if there's a weird link, there's always going to be a URL where you need to file. In this case, it's catsprivacysettlement.com. But if the URL is weird, if you click on it and it has a big long list of letters and numbers, or if it's a shortened URL, that's a red flag. So if you go through and you check out all of those things and you decide that, yes, this is real, and you go ahead and you file for your settlement, you can expect to get an average of $32.
All right. And people in the triad are also asking questions about letters hitting their mailboxes. Letters about a data breach at Change Healthcare offering them free creditor monitoring for 2 years. Talk about that.
So we are 2 for 2 tonight. These letters are also real. They are not a scam. In April, Change Healthcare did suffer a data breach. While the business says it cannot confirm exactly what data was leaked for each person, it may have included first and last name, address, date of birth, phone number, and email, as well as health insurance information and health information, billing, claims, and payment information like credit card numbers and banking information, as well as personal information like social security numbers and driver's license numbers. And on its website, the business says it's also offering free credit monitoring with IDX, and people can get more information at changecybersupport.com.
Okay, nice. And another big data breach in the news, national public data. It dumped up to 2.2 billion social security numbers on the dark web. And you have a way to check if our number is part of the breach?
Yes. So Pentester, a cybersecurity firm, has created a website and has made it really easy for us to check if we were part of the breach. You just go to npd.pentester.com. You enter your first name and your last name, your state and your birth year, and then you see if your name is on the list. I did my name, I did my husband's name, I did my parents, and we're all on the list, but it was very easy. They give you a whole long list and you just look for your name and your information.
All right, that is a lot of good stuff. Well, we're going to pause right here, and remember, we are talking about what's real versus what is a scam with the BBB, Lachelle Yates. All you have to do is text that number right here at the bottom of your screen. It's 336-379-5775. We will be right back.